What's up, guys? Quick question. You like speed? No, not that kind of speed. This kind of speed.
How fast he goes, oh my god!
Jesus, look how fast he is! What's up, guys? Today I just want to talk a little bit about Huntress and more importantly about Spears and why this general subclass is going to be S+, absolutely god tier. We don't have any damage numbers or anything. This is just pure speculation, but it's pretty clear. If you like going fast, then Spear and maybe Huntress will definitely be for you. Now, we don't know exactly what Huntress does or how good Huntress will be, but we do know who the king of speed is currently. And if you want to play PoE and just really go fast, you're probably going to play a Deadeye. A Deadeye right now is just the king of speed with Tailwind, and you just can't beat it. So there's one thing we really know for sure about Spears and the Huntress, and that's that it's going to include a lot of speed and mobility. Not only is the Huntress starting in the same place as the Ranger on the evasion side of the tree, which includes a lot of movement speed, but we also have access and information about a lot of the skills that they've shown off that generally revolve around speed, mobility, and movement. We got stuff like Rapid Assault. You got Impale, which makes you jump back from a target, just a little bit of a mobility. They have Puncture, which is similar to a lot of the Monk Palm skills where you dash forward and hit something. Spear Vortex, this kind of builds up a vortex around you. I'll put a video up on screen. You build up a vortex and then you use a skill or you just move out of it and it will explode. So the general theme here is a lot of mobility, and that's going to play a pivotal role in the class, I'm sure. And everybody playing PoE and softcore especially loves to go fast, and you really can't beat it. So next up, I just want to point out the fact that this is just going to be a very versatile class. A lot of people, like, if you're going to play a warrior, for example, getting into it, you're basically stuck playing a melee character. That's just the gist of it. That's what you are. And like if you're playing a ranger, you're probably going to be some type of a range projectile based build. But one of the perks that the Huntress has, and Spears in particular, is the fact that they have a little bit of both. Monk has a little bit of this, but not too much, not really projectile skills. Huntress is going to have multiple skills that are projectiles. They have multiple skills that are melee. You can fit kind of multiple different play styles, or maybe even combine the two a little bit if you want to, depending on how their skills work out. But I mean, you can see we have Blazing Lance here that kind of you throw it forward, it leaves a fire trail, and then it says a second lance goes through and makes that fire spread, kind of doing an AoE. Now, if you don't know why having the projectile tag is absolutely massive on a lot of these skills, unlike stuff like Glacial Cascade for the monk that doesn't have the projectile, but it is a ranged attack, projectile attacks have many mechanics and items and stuff that interact with them that won't interact with stuff that does not have that projectile tag. Stuff like Far Shot, which makes a skill do way more damage depending on how far away something is. And there's also Point Blank, which does the same thing, but you're just doing more damage to stuff that's close to you. So yeah, there's just a lot of different mechanics in the game that interact with projectiles that you can't get. Even just being able to increase number of projectiles, for example, is massive, and the reason why a lot of projectile skills end up being top of the line for just clearing and speed. Last topic on the list I want to talk about and go over is just the fact that this class is going to have some pretty nice defense, actually. A lot of people who have maybe tried out Ranger or seen videos of it know that it's pretty squishy, and even though it goes really fast, you tend to die a lot, and you just don't have a whole lot of defenses other than just a really high evasion rating. But with Spears, that's going to be a little bit different, because with Spears, we're going to be introduced to these bucklers, which just pure evasion rating shields, which will be pretty good. I mean, I could see a world where a lot of huntresses or people playing spears are going to have in the realm of somewhere like 85 to 90% evasion rating, probably even with taking acrobatics so that your dodge works on AoE spells. On top of that, you'll be able to easily max out 75% chance block, I'm sure. So, I mean, just think about that. Having like 85% chance to dodge all attacks, and then if a hit gets through that, you have a 75% chance to block it. While you're not the most tanky, as long as you have some sort of good method of recovery to be able to recover life whenever you do take a hit, then in general, you'll be fairly beefy. Now, that's not going to work really for bosses. If a boss manages to get through a big ass hit on you, you're probably just going to die unless you have some other layers of defense. But in general, the class is going to be not the worst for defense. Overall, I think the Huntress is going to be an extremely fun class. A lot of different ways to play. Ranged, melee, elemental, probably going to have poison skills as well. It's just going to be a lot of versatility, a lot of different things you can do with it. And I'm looking forward to having a lot of fun blasting with it. Probably going to try it out in hardcore. I think it'll be fairly viable as far as speed classes are concerned. And yeah, can't wait to give it a go. Let me know what you think about it. Just throwing this little bit in at the end there. If you managed to watch this all the way to the end, I would greatly appreciate it if you give it a like and subscribe. As you can see, I'm brand new getting started on YouTube, and every single like, every subscription helps. So, peace, guys. Thanks a lot. Have a good day.